Hey everybody, welcome. This is No Bones About Wrestling. I'm one of your hosts, Asa, and beside me is Kay Fabulous, the hostess with the mostest. And tonight we're watching Friday the 13th, parts 3 and 8.
Woo!
So hopefully you have them on DVD or Blu-ray or even VHS works.
Mhm.
Or you've bought the digital somewhere.
Or you've acquired it in some other way.
All right. So Friday the 13th, they say bad things happen, but nothing really bad happened today. Oh wait, what was that called? World War III started. World War III had started. Otherwise, it's been fine.
I'd like to note one Friday the 13th that something bad did not happen on. And that's when we got married.
We got married.
On Friday the 13th
True.
In October.
Friday the 13th, we got married.
Yeah, we had lots of spooky decorations. It was very fun.
Mm-hmm. World War III did not happen that day. So these movies hold a very close, near and dear place in our hearts. As we said, we got married on Friday the 13th. And I'm just going to retweet this actually real quick. Hey, do you want to talk a little bit about the series? We're going to start in a couple minutes here.
Can I spoil one?
No.
No?
Wait, what do you mean? Part 1?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. And Friday the 13th, part 1, which is really just called Friday the 13th. It opens with like a camp with counselors. And then all of a sudden, like the counselors are getting killed one by one, and you don't really see who the killer is or why. You just see them slowly getting murdered in awesome ways. And then it flashes forward to the camp reopening, and all these counselors are coming in to try and get the camp ready. And then those counselors start getting murdered one by one. In the end, I'm spoiling this movie. Mute me real quick if you don't want to know what happens. It turns out Jason is not the killer in this movie. Jason dies in this movie in a flashback scene where he drowns. The killer in this movie is Mrs. Voorhees.
Oh my God.
Pamela Voorhees. And that's Jason's mother. And at the very end of this movie, after she's murdered everyone except for one person, the final girl, and then has her head decapitated by the final girl, she's the final girl is in the canoe. What's her name? I keep saying the final girl.
I forget
too. So we're going to keep calling her the final girl. But she's in a canoe at the very end, like sleeping, waiting for the police to arrive. And she hears sirens. And then right when you think like she's going to wake up and be saved, Jason pops out from the water, like child.
From the murky depths.
Yeah. And grabs her and pulls her under.
The greatest shock ending to a movie perhaps ever.
Yeah. So sorry for spoiling that if you haven't seen it, but hopefully, yeah.
You just want to tell that story? I thought, are you getting
the premise of the movie?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so part 2 picks up where part 1 left off. Part 3, I believe, is happening like just
skipping over all of part 2. Part 2, Jason's the killer, but he's
Yeah.
wearing a burlap sack over his head, and he kills everybody.
I would say it's a pillowcase, not a burlap sack, because burlap is not the material it is made out of.
Well, maybe it is a pillowcase. He's wearing a sack over his head of some sort, and he kills everyone except for this one girl who goes crazy. And now we're at Friday the 13th, part 3.
And we're not going to spoil that one.
No, but I will tell you one fun bit of trivia. This was released in the theaters in 3D. We have the 3D theater here at the house, but we won't be watching in 3D because that would require us going to a different room, and the room would have to be dark, and then we couldn't see what we're doing on the stream here, so wouldn't be able to interact with all you wonderful people. So we're gonna start in a minute. Get your copy of Friday the 13th Part 3 ready. We're gonna watch this. Take a small break, small intermission, just a couple minutes, and then we will get on with Friday the 13th Part 8. So, we'll give you time to change out the discs and all that stuff.
So while we're
one second. So you want to get Friday the 13th Part 3, get the movie up, get it paused on 000.
You don't have a timer.
What?
It doesn't show us the time.
I got it. Why don't you just calm down?
Okay. I'm very calm. I'm known for my calmness as a person. It's not true. I'm a spaz.
Did you actually have anything to say, or you just want to interrupt me?
No, I was gonna. You told me not. You were doing something, so I stopped talking. I was gonna ask you which Friday the 13th is your favorite.
Man,
you can have 2.
It might be Part 3. Might be one of them because the characters in this are silly. and the 3D effects are fun. And this is actually the first one where Jason, you can see him behind us there. This is where he acquires his infamous hockey mask.
Mhm.
So you'll see that happen very early on in the film. Or his goalie mask, I guess, is better. It's better called. But yeah, part 3 would be one of my favorites. I like part 6 a lot. I don't know.
Wait, you think it's referred to more as a goalie mask than a hockey mask?
I think people mostly say hockey mask, but what it is a goalie mask.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
So part 6, you said?
maybe part 6. It's very tough to pick. I like.
Which one is 6?
My favorites are parts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. And I like the reboot.
Wait, so what number?
And Freddy versus
What
Jason.
numbers did you skip? Just 10?
I skip 1 is not my favorite.
Oh, I see. Because there's no Jason killing.
7 is not my favorite. Jason X is not my favorite.
Is 7 the telekinetic girl?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that one's not.
I like that one, but it's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite.
I like all the series except for Jason X, where he goes to space. And yes, I know Roman numeral X is 10. I'm not stupid. That is what the movie is called, is Jason X. So get over it. But that movie sucks. If you've never seen it, you don't need to. It sucks. Not even in a so bad it's good way. It's just terrible.
There is one really cool death. So if you just search on YouTube, Jason X,
The first
cool death, then it's worth watching there.
True.
If you have a favorite Friday the 13th movie, feel free to throw it in our chat and defend your reasoning as to why. Let us know. My favorite.
Or it's a night to talk about any horror movies,
Yeah,
really.
true.
But we're definitely focusing on Friday the 13th.
We originated as No Bones About Horror, and so we're coming back to our roots a little bit here.
Well, here, before we start, what's and Switch is going to join us soon. What's your favorite Friday the 13th?
So I have 2.
I don't know. Let me pick. I'm going to go with 3 and question mark. I cannot pick a second one.
So I'm gonna go with a scary and like a fun. So
Yeah.
Scary is 2. 2 is my favorite. I like it better than 1. I used to just say 2 was my favorite, but I love 5.
I love 5.
I love 5. I know it's one that people don't really like very much because it's like so silly and so not very bloody, I guess you could say.
It's not bloody at all.
Yeah, like at all.
Almost not at all.
But the characters are just so weird and the story's so crazy. It's so fun.
It's a good one.
I mean, to be like singing in a porta potty, basically, or an outhouse with your girlfriend singing with you on the outside is like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a movie.
That's pretty odd. But that's a good one, part 5. That's the first one I saw all the way through was part 5.
And I think our last watch along we did for the last Friday the 13th, we did 4 and 5, I think.
Yeah, so after this one, hopefully you enjoyed tonight. If you want to catch it, catch parts 4 and 5. Same thing as tonight, where we're gonna do a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play. So you can go and watch parts 4 and 5 with us, and we're gonna start. What did Daniel say here?
So Daniel says, "Hi, I like the remake Jason, the Final Friday, Jason versus Freddy. Looking forward to Crystal Lake series, and now Freddy versus Jason 2 is now back in the works.
Oh,
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. I assume it's not gonna be Robert Englund.
Yeah.
If it's not Robert Englund, I'm not interested personally. But for those of you who are interested, that's the first I've heard of that. That's interesting.
I feel like with the Freddy remake, where the different Robert Englund, or the different Freddy rather,
Jackie Earle Haley.
Yeah, I think that could have been better if the makeup was better.
It was just bad.
He just looked terrible.
It was just bad. But yeah, this series, like I said, I like part 1. Man, it's tough. Honestly,
like part 1.
No, I said it's not my favorite.
Oh,
but if we're just going with which ones I like parts 1 through 9. I like Freddy versus Jason, and I like the reboot. So yeah, honestly, the only one I don't like in the whole series is Jason X. All the others are fun and or scary.
I need to rewatch Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, we should watch that.
because I saw it when it was in theaters, and then I think we watched it once together, but I don't remember like almost anything about it, except I think there's kittens in it at one point in a barn. Are there kittens? Or is that Halloween 4 or 5?
That's Halloween 4 or 5.
Yeah,
Or
see-
no, that's Halloween 6, actually.
Yes, it is Halloween 6.
Halloween
Never mind.
6.
I don't remember anything about Freddy versus Jason.
Weirdo. Okay. Well, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Without me trying, without any success, to list my favorite Friday the 13th. I love them all except 10. I'll leave it at that. Okay, your favorite? What'd you settle on? 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Although 8 is a very close second.
8 is
My second
excellent.
favorite.
That's our second
Yeah.
one tonight.
I picked the ones tonight because they're both super fun.
All right, so have your copy of the movie ready. Have it at 000. I'm gonna give you a second to get it there. If it's not, just do chapter back until it gets to 000 and then pause it real quick.
This will test your coordination skills.
And so we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. And so you should see the mountain logo. We're 10 seconds in.
A golf
12,
plus real estate
13,
company.
14, 15. If that helps.
You
20
should-
seconds
you
in.
should turn the sound on.
22 seconds. I'm going to.
We're missing the jazzy music.
Calm down.
I want to hear this jazzy.
Calm it down.
Yeah, see, creepy.
Yeah, we got creepy music. All right, and I'm going to turn the timer off, but we're at 36, 37, 38 seconds, 39, 40 seconds.
This is why I didn't. I was like, why do I need to tell them about 2? And this was why I didn't need to tell them. I forgot. This is the end of 2 you're seeing right now. They do like a flashback.
Yeah.
Or I guess like a last time on Friday the 13th. She's one of my
Yeah, it's not a flashback. That
Yeah,
would
yeah,
require a character remembering.
Yeah.
This is just a catch you up.
Mhm. She's one of my favorite characters in the whole series.
She's good.
I
She's a good. She's a sympathetic
Mhm.
final girl, whatever the fuck her name is. She's in school to be a child psychologist, and I think maybe this run-in with the super crazy man-child Jason Voorhees maybe convinced her not to be. She's the one who, at the end of the movie, is psychotic.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember her being psychotic? Am I thinking of the wrong one?
I think you might be thinking of the wrong one.
I think I might be thinking of the wrong one
Yeah, you
too.
are. When you said that before,
I'm thinking of the
what are
wrong
you
one.
talking about? So Daniel Dixon, I like Friday the 13th TV series that wasn't part of the movies. Freddy's Nightmares was very good too. I own both.
Yeah, Freddy's Nightmares was more nightmare-based things, and Robert Englund did intros. It was kind of like Tales from the Crypt in that way, kind of. Friday the 13th was about a haunted antique store. It had nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
It's a haunted antique store, and every week the proprietor would, sell something from the antique store, and it would go on to haunt someone or haunt their house or whatever.
Mhm.
And
Real
it
quick,
didn't last very long.
that's Pamela Voorhees, whose head just appeared right there.
Right, that's Jason's mother.
Yeah. She's pretending to be her.
What's up, Steven?
Hey. He says, Tales from the Dark Side, another show.
Oh, yeah. Tales from the Dark Side. Very scary. When I was a kid, it used to scare the hell out of me, Tales from the Dark Side.
This is not scary, but Darth Marenghi's Dark Place, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I just started watching that. It's very funny and silly. And
Haven't you seen that
spooky.
before with me?
No, I started watching it and then you didn't watch it.
No.
Switch. Hey guys,
So-
hope y'all enjoying Friday the 13th. I'm gonna try and tap in with y'all whenever we leave this video shoot. Sounds good, man.
Yep, we'll be
I
here.
look forward to seeing you. And so this is the pre-hockey mask.
Yeah, we'll be here. We got this one's just over an hour and a half long, and then part 8 is right at about 2 hours long. So we'll probably be here till around 10:45, just before 11 o'clock tonight.
That's her boyfriend. Jenny is her name, apparently.
Yeah.
Is Alice the girl in the first one?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is.
I'm super impressed with myself that I remember.
Super impressed.
I'm super impressed with myself. I don't think you should be impressed. I'm impressed enough for myself. I don't remember who that dead person on the ground is. Is that the girl with the dog?
I think it might have been the one with the really nice ass.
It's not big enough.
It's very nice. Whoop.
How much of the end of this are they showing? Seems like
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
Normally, when we watch these on our own, we skip these parts
Mhm.
to where the new movie starts. But it's part of the theatrical release, so we'll stick with it.
And if you are watching it in 3D at home, the 3D does not start until part 3 begins.
Good call.
There's a red and blue 3D version out there, the DVDs, which I don't think works very well. I've seen worse, but it doesn't work well. And then there's one just a straight up like 3D Blu-ray that works very well, I think.
Mm-hmm. I still think the best 3D, like at home 3D that we've seen is Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I've heard the best at home 3D now. I don't know, the Hobbit 3D is pretty good.
Did we watch that already?
We watched part 1.
Oh, okay. Ooh, it's so jazzy.
Or wait. We did not watch that in 3D. Do we have it in 3D? We have it in 3D.
We haven't in 3D. We haven't watched it yet.
We watched it in 2D.
Yeah, before we had it in 3D.
We need to watch it in 3D.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've heard the best 3D at home is Avatar: The Way of Water, the second Avatar film. I've not seen that yet, 2D or 3D, but I've heard that's the best 3D at home.
One of my students who loves the first Avatar saw it, and she actually liked it a lot.
Yeah, I heard good things. We'll see. I'll see it eventually. I'm sure.
This is Richard Brooker.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to name all the Jasons. Did we mention him? Did you mention him last time?
We were trying to name all the Jasons. Is that right? Well, there was Ari Aster, I think. No, that's a director. I think that's a director. I can't remember the kid in part 1. I believe it's Richard Brooker in 2 and 3. Can't remember 4, 5, or 6. 7 through X is Kane Hodder. Freddy vs. Jason is Ken Kersinger.
Mm-hmm.
The remake is Derek Mears. And those are all the Jasons.
That's pretty good, except for the ones you don't remember.
Yeah.
Which are who? Which numbers?
I don't think well, this one was Richard Brooker. I think he was 2 and 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 and 5 and 6, I could not remember. Oh, Ari Lehman is the kid in part 1. Or Lehman, or however it's pronounced.
Warrington Gillette is 2. Richard Brooker is 3. Ted White is 4.
Ted White.
Tom Morga is 5. CJ Graham is 6. And then Kane Hodder is 7. Someone else is 8. And someone else is 9. According to this.
No, that's not true.
This is IMDb. That's created by a person.
No, that's not right.
Okay. Ignore everything I just said. Yeah, I knew Kane Hodder was in several.
Yeah.
Can you turn up a little bit or put the subtitles on? Thank you.
So here we are with the vegetable stand owner and his shrew of a wife.
And this is taking place like the next day after too.
I think it's the same night.
Oh, like they get found in the day and it's at that night. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assumed it was the next night, but I bet you're right.
Mm-mm. That's the scariest part of part 3. It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I think isn't there a shed with like rabbits in it or something?
What is it with you and rabbits
Well, rabbits.
and kittens?
I like animals. I used to line dry my clothing, and then a spider bit me in the butt when I put my pants on one day. And that was the end of me hanging my clothes to dry. It's not fun.
It's pretty funny.
It's very surprising. Where's our dog?
It's okay.
Our dog is apparently not a fan of the. Yeah, you do it so much better than me. That is gross.
The money.
Look at him. I want a bunny, but our dog would eat her or him. If we got another bunny, it would be a boy bunny, though, because females are supposed to be more aggressive. At least that's what our vet told us. It's a really nice produce stand.
Is it?
Yeah, look at all their produce. Their produce looks good.
Does it?
Yeah. Did you not see those half?
Got a fucking rabbit shitting in it, and this guy taking bites out of it, and that looks good to you?
I assumed that was his own box of donuts, not ones he was selling. Gross.
But you just keep sneaking food behind my back.
Rabbits are gonna eat your vegetables if they're outside too. Rabbits eat vegetables. I would agree that it is a shrew of a wife, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's man cuddle his bunny and eat a donut, you know? See, I was right about the rabbit shed.
Oh, was that your
Oh,
phone?
it's my phone, sorry.
Like, fucking creep me out.
Alright, in case I didn't mention, because this movie was released in 3D, there are a lot of moments where things will like pop out and the camera will stay there like way longer than normal. And that's so you can feel the full 3D effects.
Yeah, we already saw it with the
with the snake.
Proprietor, well, with the proprietor and a pole
Yes, yeah, and
to
then
begin this sequence.
They really like people pooping in Jason movies.
Well, it's relatable. It's when we're at our weakest, pooping and sleeping.
There's always outdoor plumbing.
Well, these movies are in the 80s, it's before everywhere had indoor plumbing, you know?
Not everywhere has indoor plumbing now. I went on a field trip through Appalachia when I was in college because I was taking Appalachian Studies class, and a bunch of houses in Virginia, like in the mountains, didn't have indoor plumbing.
You mean 20 years ago?
Oh, 20 years ago. Yeah, that's a good call. But that's still later than the 80s.
Yeah. But you just said now, like it's
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
20
Yeah,
years
that was
ago.
20 years ago. Time goes by kind of quickly. Wouldn't you have to like destroy your house to put indoor plumbing into it? How do they do that? We have to drill under the house.
Yeah.
I guess you put it on stilts or something.
I don't know. My dad used to do that, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how you go about doing it.
I think I like scenes with animals because when the animals get freaked out, that's when like I get really creeped out. Like I used to walk our dog really late at night, and anytime like she would start acting nervous or spooked, like I would get so freaked out.
Oh, dead.
Hey, Linda, thank you. Wanted to see you reposted the stream. We appreciate it. That's Ace's mama. I'm currently making her mac and cheese recipe right now, so I'll have to get up at some point to take it out of the oven. Oh, thank you. Linda said to look at the text she just sent us. She sent me a text with all of the Jasons. So Ari Lehman was Jason 1. In 2, there were 2 actors that played Jason, Steve Dash and Warrington Gillette. Richard Brooker and Mike DeLuna both portrayed Jason in Friday the 13th Part 3. Brooker playing the main role and DeLuna doing his stunt work. Ted White was in the final chapter. Tom Morgan and Tom Savini in Part 5. There's a lot. Do you want me to keep reading that?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. CJ Graham, Dan Bradley, and Christopher Swift all played Jason. In Part 6, Jason Lives. Kane Hodder played Friday the 13th in New Blood. Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. And Ken Kurtzinger was in Freddy versus Jason rather.
And Derek Mears was in the reboot.
Yeah, Black's my thing. Black's the. Oh, there we go. Derek Mears was in the reboot, and Johnny Hawk played Jason in the opening dream sequence of Friday the 13th, Part 5. Or maybe Part X. I can't see the bottom part of it. And those are your Jason's books. It's Shelley.
Yeah, Shelley, the most reviled character in Friday the 13th history.
I love him.
Would you be yourself if you looked like this?
He's just sad. Everyone should have a place in their hearts for Shelley.
No.
Yeah, Linda got it. Thank you.
Hmm?
She said to look at the text she sent us about Jason.
Which one's my date?
Hi.
Hey, the band's on fire!
No, we forgot our 40-year-old friend smoke pot.
Like a shit ton of pot.
Yeah.
And they like to hotbox the car with the windows open.
Mhm.
Odd choice.
There are better things to do with your life. Like what?
Hey, Chrissy, how much room is the leg? Would have been there already. Some people do have to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. That's what happens when you're pregnant.
I forgot she's pregnant.
Let's share the wealth of those less fortunate up front here, huh?
3D joint. Whoa.
Whole deal.
That looks fake.
Stick around. You'll see.
It's the cops.
What?
They're catching us. Sorry.
Look at it too.
Hurry.
No way, man. Let's get him, Chuck. Come on.
They're aiming on us. Slow it out.
I'd like to take this moment to remind you all that running from the police is a felony, whereas possession is often a misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm. Good lesson to take from cops.
Yeah, we watch cops all the time.
Well, we did until I think I'd seen every episode of it.
Yeah.
I still watch it here and there. If I get on a roll where I haven't seen some of the episodes, then I'll watch it.
I wonder if that's in every state. That has to be every state, don't you think?
It's a felony?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I would be very surprised. 2 corpses already.
Oh, that's the fruit stand? It looks way nicer on the outside than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. What did you think?
Oh, yeah,
it
they
was?
showed it at the beginning. Well, I mean, they got a shed with rabbits in it. They got an outhouse. I thought that it was maybe like more woodland on the outside.
No.
No.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't care for that at all.
Chris, stop. Come here. What? Stop.
This is Kay's husband.
You're my husband.
This is your husband.
This is you?
This is your husband.
Mhm.
Here we go. You don't call him. You don't know away from him. Or indeed, or I can what is race has brought unto me. What is that? I found this today. For other parts of the body. That's an eyeball. This. He wanted me to warn you. Put on this omen. And fall back from whence ye came. I have warned thee.
Is that a bull testicle?
No, it's an eyeball.
That's an eyeball. I mean, maybe in the story, but what really is it?
I think it's a cow eye.
Is it a cow eye like wrapped in a condom?
Yeah, wrapped in something. The 6th grade at my school used to dissect cow eyes. They were gross. But I think cow eyes are bigger. It's probably some sort of animal's actual eye, though.
Who was that in that orange shirt?
You go ahead. I'm going to take my bags to the house.
I don't know
You
anything.
didn't see them
Mm.
in the window,
Oh,
looking out the window.
I think it's the guy who like lives there who she's going to see. Or is he? Yeah. It's her gentleman friend.
Oh yeah.
Is someone here?
Oh, I think they're not supposed to know that yet. Not orange.
It was orange in the shot before. It had orange on it. Maybe it just looked totally different in the dark, but it looked very different.
Mhm.
It's changed. Even the pace.
You certainly changed.
I love red color.
It's a start.
Place.
Is he gonna fuck her right there? Do you think?
Like, was that his plan?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Knowing the way they portray men in these movies, my guess is yes.
That's the way men are.
It's
But
Really?
I don't know. He's like what 35, so
Yeah.
I don't know about him.
Wasn't this store closed a few minutes ago? Nothing. Sheldon, what? Aren't you down at the hike with everybody else?
So they're going skinny to skinny.
He's what, a lawyer now?
This was when I
He's an entertainment lawyer now.
Larry Zelinsky?
Larry Zerner.
Zerner.
The Zelinskys are the family from Honey, I Shrunk the Kid.
They are. Good call.
Where's the bag? It's right here. What's this? A hammock? I like
You still love a good hammock?
We had a hammock, but I had to take it apart for your basketball.
And now I don't even get to play basketball out there.
Yes, I understand.
Every year he makes plans to buy a horse. Every year he buys all this game and of course. You figure it out.
We got a bale of hay from like the hardware store for a Halloween decoration, but it wasn't a Halloween decoration bale of hay. It was like an actual bale of hay. That shit weighed so much. It was like shocking for just like a bale of fucking grass. Like you would think it would not be unbearably heavy. And then we had it outside and like it rained a lot. And so then throwing it away was like even heavier.
Please. Now's the time. Now's the place. You know what I mean? So what we should do? Set aside 3 hours a day to fill our needs. Morning, 2 at night. Every night.
Check down here. I'll check the upstairs. Anybody in there?
So they don't tell you where this movie occurs, but one of the characters, Shelley, actually, his driver's license is New Jersey. And it's widely believed, and the filming locations are in New Jersey, so it's pretty much accepted. This is in New Jersey. For those of you just joining us, we're watching Friday the 13th, Part 3. We are at 29 minutes and 1 second in.
Yeah, you should have seen Shelley just fall out of a closet
Mm,
with an axe in his head.
he's fine.
What a jokester.
What a jokester.
It's just a joke. Beats.
You never mean to. So we're at 29 minutes and 37 seconds just to get you caught up. Is there any way you'll make coffee?
Yes. I shall be back.
Let me go with you. I gotta get out of here
It's
too.
me and you now, people. You don't like me and I don't like you, but we're going to get through this, okay? No, I'm joking. I love you all. So Shelly and what's her name are heading into town.
Can I start by just feeding you the coffee that's already here?
Sure.
Just his way of getting attention.
Oh, wait, I can't.
No.
It's gonna happen.
No, not she.
Good.
I'm not gonna make him. Oh,
Something's to be wrong. Okay. He just doesn't understand. $18.56.
No food stamps.
Shelly. I need some.
Whoa. And Shelly was looking at a porno, I think was called Chow. So I guess it's Italian. I don't know. That's what it looked like it was called.
Make a wish.
I'll take it.
It's their first run in with the biker gang.
Do you want to teach you manners? That's what you want some. Yes. Nice.
Please be cool.
May I please have a moment? May I please have a moment? May I please have a moment? Ma'am?
Yeah, that was a 20. The following us?
No, here, you guys. The way I feel right now, I'd probably get us into an accident.
Next time, you know what happens in a situation like that. Let's just hope next time is not so.
Yeah, and in the convenience store there were posters up for about things happening in Green Valley, and so that's in New Jersey, also. So this one occurs in New Jersey, where it's believed most of them occur. Camp Crystal Lake seems to be in New Jersey.
Get out.
So at least 1 through 7 occur in New Jersey, and then the beginning of 8, which we're gonna watch later tonight. Beginning of 8 only takes place in New Jersey. And then there's a boat ride to Manhattan. What? What? Cool. I thought you said a bowl. Oh no.
I did it! I did it! I did it! Did I do it? Yes, you did it! You were great!
Shelly got the window, got the windshield smashed there, but he got away.
Hey, what do you say we go get some exercise?
This is all the exercise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's close. You better watch out with that thing. I'm warning you, Andy. I'll break your string.
So yeah, half of their 3D was things like that, and half of it was murders.
What happened to them?
What happened to your windshield? You had a slight misunderstanding or something.
Yeah, but Shelly may have seen the error away. Yeah, well, I saw it.
His name? That's it. I've had it. I thought it would be a good idea for us to say something. Wait, here. Shoot. Here.
Fine. We'll be all alone and do whatever we want. Nobody will see.
Sounds disgusting.
I'll grab a couple of towels. I'll see you down there.
So I wanna take a minute and share something we're gonna be doing coming up soon. Um, so we've watched. I would go back and watch our coverage. We did Halloween Havoc 1999, which was Vince Russo's first show with WCW. And starting Monday, we're gonna be doing Vince Russo's WCW. So we're gonna bring you every Vince Russo show from WCW, and if you've never seen them, it's different. Shorter matches, a lot of angles, a lot of crazy angles, and character changes, and gimmick changes, and this and that, and you literally never know what the fuck is going to happen next. So I can't say we're gonna do it every Monday night, or it'll be on the same night every week, or what. I haven't decided yet. But Monday night we're starting Vince Russo's WCW. Kay looks excited.
I'm thrilled.
You gonna join me on Monday?
I will this Monday. I can't promise you every Monday. We got quite a lot of wrestling going on.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's fine. I like wrestling. But I don't know if I like Vince Russo wrestling.
You'll learn to love it.
Hmm.
But yeah, so as I said, we already did his first show with WCW, Halloween Havoc 99. We did it either this past Halloween or maybe Halloween of 2023. I can't recall, but
What year?
this weekend, check it out. Halloween Havoc 99. But go and check it out this weekend while we're off. Because we'll be doing the Nitro right after Halloween Havoc 99 on Monday.
I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't take any shit and she's very fun loving.
What's her name?
I have no idea.
I forget her name.
I want to say Fox, but I don't think that's it.
Spike? I don't know. Might be Fox. There's Snake. One of them's Snake. Oh my god.
Who's up there?
And so is, I think Daniel mentioned it earlier. What?
Fox is her name.
Fox. I think Daniel mentioned it earlier. There is a Friday the 13th television series coming up called Crystal Lake something. Might just be called Crystal Lake. I'm not sure, but it's coming up maybe this fall. But I'm definitely going to check that out. Hopefully it's good. It takes place while, as my understanding, takes place while Mrs. Voorhees is working at Camp Crystal Lake and watching after her special son, Jason.
Oh, so that's while Jason's alive?
That's my understanding, so it sounds boring to me.
Yeah, sounds boring.
Sounds boring.
That can't be all that it is.
I hope not. I swear that's what I heard. Now, that could be wrong, but I swear that's what I read it's about. But that sounds boring. Just give us Jason killing people. Like, who the fuck? You know?
I mean, maybe that's what it is. Maybe we heard wrong. Don't give
Maybe.
up on it yet.
Maybe.
Speaking of Crystal Lake things, if you haven't watched Crystal Lake Memories, right? That was really interesting. It's like a
Great documentary. It's like a 10-hour documentary all about the Friday the 13th series.
They go into each of the movies up to a certain point, I think. Do they go all the way through?
I don't know. They might go through all the Friday the 13th movies. I really don't remember.
Not the remake.
The reboot. They might go
reboot.
through the reboot.
Really?
They might. I can't recall. They
I don't
might.
remember that part.
But it's an excellent movie. Very interesting documentary. Like I said, it's 10 hours. It sounds like, oh my God, how much can they talk about? But you gotta remember, that's, 11 or what? No, more than 11. That's 10, 11, 12 movies, so not even an hour per movie we're talking. So you get to hear some really interesting things, a lot of cast and crew interviews, and one of my favorite documentaries, personally, Crystal Lake Memories, it's called. You can get it on Blu-ray.
That guy's name is Loco.
Loco. So is the other guy Snake?
I don't see a snake in the cast list, but like not everyone has pictures. But I don't see anyone called Snake.
No. Loco is dead. Loco.
What the hell you guys doing up here? You be talking to you?
So they came back to, I think to pour sugar in the tank of that car or something.
They siphoned the gas out.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Siphon the gas out. But they get more than they bargained for here. The bike gang does.
Was that burdened?
Burgened?
More than they burdened for?
I think that is what I said. Yeah, more than they bargained for. More than they bargained for is what I meant to say. My mouth is very dry.
I should drink something.
I will. Leave me alone.
Have water.
I have a drink. Leave me alone.
Do you think Jason already knew how to tie knots before he drowned?
No.
So you think he's like self-taught in knot tying?
Yes.
It's deceiving.
Because he's got that sack tied around his neck and too, you know?
I think. Well, he was. What's the proper word? He was retarded, and was chased in the lake. Whatever, bullied by the other kids. He drowned because the counselors were fucking. And Mrs. Voorhees is horrified, so she comes back and takes it out, murders counselors, and then that's before the first movie. Then she comes back again and kill. They're going to reopen Camp Blood, as it's called, and then she kills more counselors in part one. And then we see it could be a dream, could not be. At the end of part one, Jason's alive and pulls the girl out of the boat. But whether he's alive at the end of part one or not, he's alive in part two. So it seems as though he did drown, came back to life. Some sort of woodland spirit or lake spirits brought him back to life. I don't know what else you would account, or Jason's a ghost. He's either a zombie or a ghost.
I think he's a zombie.
Well, we don't know. It's not clear what he is, really.
Not a zombie, but the undead.
Well, obviously he's the undead. Like I said, he's either a zombie or a
Do you
ghost.
think lake spirits brought him back?
I don't know what else.
That we never
He just came back?
Yeah.
Randomly?
Yeah, for
Okay.
vengeance.
Well, there you go. He just randomly came back too.
For vengeance.
For vengeance. But is he a zombie or a ghost?
I bet. You know how he had like the
Ghost.
ulcer with his mom's head?
He's a
What
ghost.
if his mom was like secretly into voodoo, and she brought him back?
Oh.
Because he does have that like weird altar to her.
I like you. I like you.
Let us know if you have any theories. Feel free to throw them in the chat.
It's never revealed how Jason returned to life.
Except when he gets struck by lightning or the fence post. gets
Yeah, I
struck
mean,
by-
originally.
Yeah,
How he originally
Yeah.
comes back to life.
So,
Bitch.
Don't be that guy.
He said it.
You said it first.
Yeah, but I'm quoting him.
No, but I was talking about don't quote him before he says things for people who haven't seen the movie.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's a classic at this point. People
That's
should
true.
know. People should know the movie.
That's true. Plus, I kind of feel like if they're joining us for part 3, they probably are pretty diehard Friday fans.
I would hope so. But yeah, so if you just joined us, we're watching Friday the 13th, part 3, and we are 47 minutes and 36 seconds in.
The mac and cheese is done.
first you take your clothes off. How to do it. Think of something. Think of something.
Right. I should have told you. Everything's so clear in my mind. It's happening right now. I don't know if you can. Drop me off. the first I ran out of was I wanted to punch them. So I was hide out. So- so- Cold. And it dries me. Oak trees. Guess I fell asleep.
So I guess I don't know. Her family used to live up here.
Yeah. Just being
Yeah.
stuck. I was sure it was Dad's. He just sat up and listened. Footsteps stopped. There was this cracking just behind me. I turned around. Standing there was this hideous looking man. It was so grotesque, it was almost inhuman.
Can you make it warmer in the house? Thank you.
He was it.
So there's Jason, no bag on the head. So these first couple, Jason's not really supernatural. He's just kind of like a, I guess he is supernatural, but he's just kind of like an undead mountain man.
Screaming and yelling, but it didn't do any good. Jack. I believe now. I don't know what happened after that. I just don't know.
Eventually, though, he changes. It's very clear he is a ghost later because he's like teleporting and shit. Like in part 8, which we'll watch later, he's a ghost.
I was in my own bed.
Or it's just magic.
No, he's a ghost. Or it could be magic zombie, true. I think he's a
magic zombie
ghost.
because he's solid.
I think he's a ghost in part 8.
But are ghosts solid?
Sometimes.
Get it.
That's not what Ghostbusters taught me. Will you hold this real quick? This.
I'll never get the horrible face. Never. What's that?
Charged it yesterday.
Thanks.
It made you 30.
Yeah, some ghosts are solid.
Hmm.
Like the cabbie ghost in Ghostbusters is solid. Stay Puffed is solid.
Stay Puft a ghost?
Stay Puffed is,
He just goes with a Gozerian, isn't he? Or Zool, rather?
yes. So Stay Puffed is like a god.
Yeah. So he wouldn't count as being.
Ghost of a Gazarian.
But ghosts can still manipulate stuff, even if they aren't physically solid.
Yeah, but I'm saying in Friday the 13th 8, Jason is a ghost.
I'm going with Magic Zombie.
I'm going with ghost.
He's got like bugs and shit eating him.
But that's just a ghostly
Illusion.
illusion to scare his enemies. The bugs are not real.
I don't know about that.
Part 7, I don't know what he is. He's like a dinosaur.
Getting our second outhouse scene
Mm-hmm.
in one movie.
Mm-hmm.
Look how gross that toilet paper looks.
It's okay.
It's gross. It's like moss on it. This is like the exact same situation as what was it? 5? Part 5, yeah. Well, not the exact same, but very similar. Shaking the outhouse. His underwear matches his shirt. It's very odd.
This not one of your tricks.
His shirt looks so comfortable, like breezy, yet functional because there's 2 huge pockets.
Speaking of shirts, we'd always do the t-shirt check. I've got my bloody disgusting Halloween shirt on tonight.
I am not prepared with the horror t-shirt. I have a
Celtics champions.
2024 Celtics NBA champion shirt on. I have like 7 million horror shirts upstairs, and I chose to wear none of them. Sorry. I even have horror earrings I could have worn. Didn't think about that. I guess I have Chucky earrings. I have lots of skulls and ghosts, though.
Good work.
My VHS Chucky tape earrings. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're a fan of spooky shit, I know, like, duh, Spirit Halloween, but check out their jewelry sections of like each of their like little themed sections because they have some really fucking awesome earrings.
You got to get there early in the season.
Yeah.
Try to, or else they go. The best ones go.
Like, be scouting them out before they open to the public. Like, know where they are, know what day they're opening.
Yeah,
'Cause they
it's
don't
the
last.
yeah. Their earrings are awesome.
And their bags, if you're into those. I'm not into those, but
A lot of the stuff at Spirit is awesome. You know,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of it's cheap junk, but a lot of it is fucking awesome.
And like quality.
Yeah, quality. Yeah.
Like some of those shirts that you've got in there. Are like,
Mhm.
they-
Like this is
and,
one of
like,
the nicest shirts I own.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, is that from Spirit?
Yeah, this is from Spirit. We got a blanket from Spirit. We got a map.
Using right now.
We got a map to. There's a Ghostbusters
Not
blanket.
just say blanket, yeah. So it's a fucking like neon color blanket.
It's
That's got
a
Ghostbusters. with-
neon colored blanket of the movie poster of Ghostbusters 1.
But there's like streams coming out of it, aren't there?
Oh, correct. And they
Yeah.
added streams to it.
Yeah.
Correct. Oh, it's Shelly.
I'll teach you a valuable lesson. Beautiful girl like you should never go out in the dark alone.
There's the infamous hockey mask.
Do these stupid things.
So while Shelly's a dick, he's like one of the only characters that has a defined personality.
Yeah.
I'd say him and Fox, and that's like about it.
Sure. I didn't think of nothing.
I never.
I'm gonna watch the rest of the movie like this.
Over your
Over
glasses?
my glasses. That doesn't work.
No. You're gonna put your glasses over the map. That's not good. You're gonna break your glasses. You're just gonna watch like that holding them. Your eyes look really small when you do that. Or is this just another nod to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? I see you shrunk your eyeballs. You look creepy. This is not a fancy Jason mask. This really isn't a Jason mask. There's no stickers, blue or red. But you are creeping me out still. We got that for like, what, like $1 or $2? Stop being creepy.
Do you want to wear it? Are you
Nope.
jealous?
I'm not jealous, and I do not want to wear it. Because I want to see the movie. You want the audience to wear it?
The audience can wear it.
You're gonna make them look through the strap.
What's doing in there?
So, original stickers, red. What movie do they show up as blue stickers? Do you remember?
Part 5.
Yeah. I was trying to quiz you on something. There's no fooling you. Do they stay blue after that, or do they go back to red?
I think they go back to red.
I also think they go back to red.
Yeah, part 5 we've already done on here, so it's not spoiling anything. In part 5, for most of the movie, a paramedic is pretending to be Jason. And then we find that out. And then at the end, Tommy, the kid who murders Jason in part 4, becomes the new Jason. And then in part 6, they totally ignore that happening.
So while you were talking, the thing that scared Shelly that like fell from the ceiling, it looked like a severed cow head that
Yeah.
was like mummified.
Yeah.
But it had a silver ring in it to be hung from with rope. Like, what the fuck is that for?
I don't know what that was. Yeah. Maybe it was a Jason trap.
Like Jason set it up as a trap or to
Yeah.
trap Jason?
He set it up as a trap.
Where did he get a mummified cow head?
I don't know. Around?
I see.
He's a man of means.
He got it
huh?
at the mummified cow head store.
No.
This water looks really gross.
Yes, it does. This is probably one of the most eye-catching parts in 3D.
You're such a dork.
Oh.
Hey, now cut that out right now. That's not funny.
Bam.
Oh, your wit is so clever.
Thank you. Thank you.
How could she mistake that guy for Shelly?
Well, he was just wearing the hockey mask.
Oh, he's like 3 feet taller than him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I should have given you your coffee and your Amityville horror mug.
You, me, or the hammock? I vote for the hammock.
Where you going?
Take a shower. Gotta try it sometime.
It's weird that they made her character pregnant, isn't it? Because she
Yes.
mentions it like once and then it doesn't come up again. I'm saying, not that I remember.
So Jason killed her and her unborn fetus.
Candy?
Hmm. She's not very pregnant.
So you're saying it's not a pizza until it comes out of the oven?
Or not?
It's a really weird way of saying it, but yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's the Seinfeld debate.
Oh, is it?
It's not a pizza until it comes out of the oven. It's a pizza when you put the toppings on it.
Candy?
Look at the wastage of this water.
Mm-hmm.
She deserves what she gets.
Whoa.
We're still dealing with their environmental disaster they created, you know?
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. Look at the water running. Smile. Okay.
Well, they say the temperature's going up, but is it just me or is it nicer when it's warmer? I think it's nicer when it's warmer. It's a little warmer.
Our dog doesn't like it as much when it's warmer.
Yeah.
She's so happy when it's cold.
Yeah, that's true. She got to let her have that shit. Get her.
Where your focus? I put it on your thing.
Candy? I changed my mind. I don't want that beer.
Andy got crushed.
Candy?
Rip. You want some mac and cheese? Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Candy?
got that beer?
I like that lamp.
You want hot sauce?
Just a little, yeah. So here, I think she's reading an issue of Fangoria. I think so. Which, if you're not old enough, it's Fangoria. That was the official, like, well, the unofficial magazine of like the horror industry. It was fucking awesome. And as you saw, there'd be like articles about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, about Godzilla. They show how they did the special effects blood and Friday the 13th, and they'd preview new horror movies. Wow, he got broken in half. That was gnarly.
Come on, let's move it.
I'm spoiling my fun. What's that voice?
What?
Oh, I heard something over there.
Come on, let's get home.
So for those of you just joining us, watching Friday the 13th Part 8, and we're at 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 42. Oh, Part 3, excuse me. We're on Part 3. 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Orgasm. How come you never scream when we have sex?
There's something to scream about.
What's that?
Just practicing.
Don't do that to me.
Go down the cellar and check the fuse box.
Pretty good.
Thanks, Beth.
Be a man.
I feel like there's too much butter on it. At least it looks like there's too much butter. But I used like just a little over
Tastes good.
half the amount it said to use.
Tastes good.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Nothing to be afraid of. What if it's dark? Nothing to be afraid of. Gee,
Hey,
Such
do
a
you,
weird stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
do you get afraid in the dark?
Sometimes.
Like when?
One time I was really drunk and really high and was in college and got lost in the woods at night, and that was really scary. And it turns out it was the woods directly next to my dorm.
Huh?
And like I was wandering for like ever, but I was wandering like going parallel to the dorm buildings instead of like crossing through towards them.
He's got the outside lights working.
I mean, I was coming from like a cow field. I wasn't like right. I wasn't going from the dorms to the woods and then lost on my way back.
stop fooling around, man.
What about you?
Not really. Maybe after I've watched something really scary like Event Horizon, then I'll be a little scared in the dark.
Some of the movies, like I have a hard time watching them in the dark. Like Conjuring, for some reason, gets me, even though I've seen it like a million times. And,
That's scary.
and Sinister, that I like cannot watch in the dark.
Sinister scary.
You know that other movie that was really scary was it was on Shudder during the pandemic. The one that was like about the seance that was held over Zoom or something.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Was it called Zoom? No.
Oh, I feel like Zoom would have sued them for that.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah, it was super scary. That was a scary to watch in the dark movie.
Was it called Pandemic?
No. Because I think there's a movie called Pandemic, but it's about like the actual plague part of the pandemic. If anyone happens to know the movie I'm talking about, feel free to let me know. It's like a one-word name, though. I think.
Switch.
Seems awful quiet. It's hard to believe why she's already in bed.
There's more, obviously, if you want one.
What was that movie called? I can't remember now.
Story, something about it. Oh, I saw something burning.
Here, take this like Oh, I understand. It's chair there. Something is burning. Lights aren't working either.
Oh, real smart. What's going on here?
No, you tell me they're your friends. Listen, I'm gonna go out to the living room and check out what's going on out there.
Host.
The Host. That's right.
That shit was good.
Yeah, if you people want to see a good original horror movie, check out Host.
Yeah.
HOST.
At first, like when I saw the ads, I was like, how scary can it be? It's gonna be like over a Zoom call. No, that shit's scary.
Very good movie.
What's going on? But I'm gonna go outside and take a look around.
Rick, wait, I
And
want
what's like super cool about it, it was actually filmed during the pandemic. And so the actors had to set up the cameras and like film their own scenes in their own houses. And they were taught via Zoom basically how to do special effects. So they had to do their own special practical effects. It's very cool.
Hmm.
Not all right. What's your like scariest horror movie?
Scariest horror movie?
Yeah. We'll do scariest, most fun, and like goriest.
Scariest is either The Exorcist or Event Horizon.
Whoa!
Got an eyeball popping out there.
Do.
What about for you?
I have to go with Sinister. Sinister just creeps me the fuck out.
Sinister's creepy, yeah.
Like that
I would
one,
put that up there.
that one part where you see whatever his name is, what's his-
Bagul.
Bagul.
Oh.
When you see him like just out of like the corner of your eye in the background. Ugh. Yeah,
like it.
I'm going Sinister. Sinister 1.
Yeah, Sinister's scary. I would put that in the top 3. That would be like second or third, yeah.
There was some movie I was watching like by myself, and I had to stop watching and wait for you to like come home and watch it with me. Do you remember what that was?
You guys, Rick in the house.
Or maybe I didn't need you to watch it with me. I just needed you to be like in the house while I was watching it. I think that might have been Us. Is that scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unsettling, yeah.
Yeah. What's the most fun horror movie for
That's
you?
fun. Oh, wow.
And then we'll do goriest, and then we'll do favorite.
Most fun has to be a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. And goriest. All right, if Dead Alive counts, Dead Alive is pretty gory.
Really? I mean, I know it is.
It-
I've seen it.
The first It is pretty gory. Not the made for TV. I mean
Yeah.
the theatrical movie.
There's a whole franchise you're missing that it was what I was sure you were going to say.
Hellraiser?
No.
What?
Terrifier.
Oh shit! Yeah, forget that. Terrifier.
That was mine.
Yeah, that's the goriest. Yes. Like Terrifier 2 and 3, those are the goriest. Yes, definitely.
I've seen Terrifier 1, and that was gory enough for me.
I was forgetting about those.
Yeah, I figured you were. And what about your favorite overall?
Probably Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Yeah. It's not the scariest. It's not even, I mean, it's a little scary, but it's not the scariest movie in the world. But people with special powers going in their dreams and fighting Freddy, like, it doesn't get much more fun than that, you know?
Well, it does, because that's with my pick. Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
1.
Jack Frost 1. Yes, 1. Not the one where they go to the beach.
That's a fun one. That's fun.
It's the most fun.
That's your most fun.
Also might be my favorite.
Also your favorite. Okay.
I love that movie. I love like holiday horror.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Speaking of which, my favorite in the last several years has probably been Thanksgiving.
No, it hasn't.
Midsummer.
You're forgetting about Late Night with the Devil.
Oh fuck! I always forget about that. Late Night with the Devil has been my favorite in the last several years. Yes, definitely.
This is why people get married, so that one of them can remember what the other person likes for them when they forget.
Yeah. Yeah, Late Night with the Devil. If you've not seen that one, folks,
It's awesome.
it is awesome. Original, unpredictable, funny, interesting.
And it just captured a time period so well.
Yeah, it's supposed to occur in the 70s, and that just the art and the nuance and the acting
Mm-hmm.
just captured what I wasn't alive in the 70s, but I've seen a lot of things from the 70s, real and fictitious, and it seems to have captured the 70s pretty well. At least definitely captured what the TV shows were like in the 70s. I can attest to that.
Do you have a guilty pleasure movie?
Guilty pleasure horror. Maybe Stepfather 3. That's a pretty bad one that I like.
Mine is fairly common, but I'm going with Troll 2.
Oh, if we're counting that, then yeah, it would be Troll 2.
Oh, man, the blood
I
in that
put
is
Stepfather
great.
3 down there with Troll 2, though.
Yeah.
Stepfather 3 has more murders, so I tend to go with Stepfather 3. But Troll 2 is pretty bad. I love that movie. We haven't seen that one in a while. I'd like to see that. Jason going with his knife throwing skills. Not quite, though. Oh my god.
This is a good reminder that we should all find out how to land when you're falling from a second story when someone's trying to murder you, you know?
Mhm.
So you don't hurt your ankles or your knees. Because I'm sure there's a special way to do it, you know? Well, she did it quite well.
Mhm.
I can take this coffee back. Sorry.
Well, you want to try to displace your weight evenly.
Mm-hmm. Does that include with your butt, or are you going to break your tailbone doing that?
Yeah, you don't want to land on your tailbone, no.
You know, like in the NBA, when they fall, they like roll. Do you need like a rolling fall, you think?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
I think it's going with the momentum so that
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
like getting the full force
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
hit. Maybe I should do a horror movie survival tip show. Tips to survive in horror
Is
movies.
that right?
It seems like that would be fun. I would have to look them up though, because my survival skills are more like once society collapsed, rebuilding society, more than like the during the collapse parts.
Yeah.
But I'm working on
During the collapse, just lock yourself in the house while I have to shoot my way through people.
it. Yeah, I mean, I can shoot and I can, like, I taught archery briefly. So,
We need
I
a,
have some
we need a
skills.
camp stove and some ammo.
yeah.
Told the shit was getting real. Nobody wants to listen to me until it's too late.
You say 9 million things. And
Well,
so, yes, you're
so-
bound
so-
to right eventually.
It's too late. Nobody wants to listen.
That's pretty clever, closing the window so that his hands would get trapped. I'm very impressed with final girls in a lot of horror movies, you know? Their ingenuity.
Yeah, a lot of them don't get the credit they deserve. I think running from a madman is probably tougher than most of us think if we don't really stop to think about it.
Well, and just being able to think on your feet, like, oh, I can grab this and use it to bar the door. Like, I mean, not very effectively, but that's why that Jason or the Friday the 13th video game was so fun, where you could like tie the doorknob to like something in the house to try and prevent Jason from getting to you.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have played that, but that game is awesome.
That game is awesome. And they made, same company also made a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, and that game is awesome also.
Do you
Both very good games.
Do you want to describe the Friday the 13th game?
You can either play Jason or the counselors, and if you're the counselors, you have to. There are a number of ways. You have to like get the gas and get this and get that and fix the motor to get a car to drive away, or
I think you can get the telephone.
and you can
number.
murder Jason
Yeah.
if you like team up and try and get him. And you can hide in cabins and under beds and in closets and all this shit, and it's very good. Or you can be Jason and try and murder. Oh man, just talking about it makes me want to play. You can murder all the campers or the counselors, I mean, and you get different ways you can murder them, and you can be Jason from Friday 2 or Jason from Friday 7 or Friday 8 or whatever.
And you get different abilities as Jason too, don't you? Like you get to choose
You can
like what you
teleport.
teleport, yeah.
Yeah, and different way you can like crack somebody over your back or chop their head off or get them with a throwing knife. All these different kills you can get.
And you can play solo, or there's also an online multiplayer.
Not anymore.
Oh, never mind. I
No.
lied. Oh, they stopped doing that?
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't popular enough.
I think there might have been some legal thing going on. I'm not sure.
I see.
But that game is 5 bones out of 5. Fantastic video game. And the music is right from the movie. And there are different locations, and the locations are taken right from the film series also. So
You get to
if
pick
you're
that,
the bigger a fan you are, yes, the bigger a fan you are of the series, the more you will enjoy that game. Because it was obviously made by people who love the series.
And it's just fun. If you like survival games, it's fun.
Great game. Great game.
Like trying to hide from Jason. It kind of reminded me of that Alien game where you like hide from the alien, and you can like set up decoy distractors and stuff.
Mm-hmm. There's a Friday the 13th game on NES, which is terrible.
Is that with purple Jason?
As Jason is dressed in like a blue mask and a purple jumpsuit for some reason. I think just they showed up better on the NES.
I just realized I have a really cool Jason shirt that you gave me. It says Jason Lives and it's like purple and blue.
That shirt's awesome.
Maybe I'll switch my shirt for part 8
Yeah.
during our brief intermission. Oh,
I gave you a part 8 shirt. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Somewhere.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the one that says part 8 on it.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Yeah,
It also has a picture of Manhattan on it, doesn't it?
true.
That was the biggest clue for me, more so than the part 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because he takes it, he just takes Manhattan.
Takes it. Eventually. Eventually.
What's her name?
Her name?
Yeah.
I forget.
I think the women in this one kind of look very similar, or at least 2 of them do. Chris is her name.
Yeah. Mm. Oh my god.
You can't kill Jason. He looks like a fetal pig, kind of.
Oh, there's what's his name? Spider, or whatever the fuck his name
He's
is.
still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. Got
There's
his,
no one else with a weird name. There's someone named Chili, but it says Rachel Howard played
got
this
his leg
person.
cut off. Or his arm cut off, I mean. Hand. I'd get it right eventually. Got his hand cut off. He's getting the shit killed out of him.
Mm. That was a good choice for the 3D.
Can you find a picture for part 8, please? Right there.
Yeah. You get to hold my coffee again.
So, for those of you joining us for the very end of this movie, 1, where have you been? But 2,
No.
we're at 1 hour, 27 minutes, 36 seconds. And then when this one ends, we'll take just a couple minute break, and then we'll watch Friday the 13th, part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Which, as Kay said before, is one of the most fun in the series. It's trashy. It's like the trashiest one in the series. Almost no one's a good person. I like those kind of horror movies. Like, Jason's almost the good guy in the later movies in this series. I guess I should say, like, the middle to later movies in the series. Because they make the characters just so repellent. Jason turns into a good guy. You want him to come and put an end to these people. She's got a nice pair of New York boobs.
Is that a quote or is that you saying that?
That's Dave Chappelle.
Oh. Well, I'm finding very few that are actually files that we can use. Oh, it did work.
Yeah. And there, they switch it. There comes Mrs. Voorhees out of the lake with her head reattached to pull Chris under.
Because she's also a zombie ghost.
I think that's a dream.
Oh.
Well, we also saw Jason back alive in the
She's the only one left alive.
in that part there in the ending.
She must have flipped out. That poor kid's been through hell. All of her friends. Okay.
She's wacky. She's gonna take her New York boobs to the sanitarium.
Oh, this is the one that goes crazy.
Yeah, this is the one that goes crazy. Correct. Never seen or heard from again. In an asylum somewhere, we imagine. And then we do part 4. Parts 2 through 4 are told over the same weekend,
Mm-hmm.
even though the actual films were years apart.
This one was 1982.
Correct.
I thought it was more recent than that.
Mm-mm. No, 80, 81, 82. Part 4 was 84. Part 5 was 85. Part 6, I don't remember. There we go. Friday the 13th, part 3, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. We're not going to turn the stream off. We're just going to go through, keep it on this stream here. We listen to the disco theme. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it with us. And as I said, we're going to take just a couple minutes here. And then we'll start Friday the 13th, part 8. So go ahead and get your copy of Friday the 13th, part 8 ready. I'm going to get some coffee. We got the background for Friday the 13th, part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan up in the back there. And I will be right back. Why don't you talk to the nice people, Kay?
I can do that.
Why don't we best part, worst part, rating out of 5 bones.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Well, so the best part is that Jason gets his mask because that's how it becomes such an iconic thing for him. But the best part overall for the movie is all of the 3D things pointing at the screen for long periods of time.
Okay.
I find that very amusing.
Worst part?
The lack of characters to care about.
Yeah.
The main character, I don't care about her at all.
Yeah.
You know, and 2, I feel was really successful about making me care about multiple characters.
True, yeah.
And I don't always have to care about the characters to enjoy a good horror movie. I enjoy this movie, but I feel they were trying to make us like her, and I didn't.
But rating out of 5 bones.
I will give this 4 bones out of 5.
Wow.
4.5 bones out of 5.
This one I'm gonna say best part. Best part is when Jason gets chopped with the axe and then puts his arms out and keeps coming.
Mm-hmm.
Worst part is Shelly. Anything with Shelly.
No.
It's the worst part. Fuck Shelly.
No.
Rating. He's listed last in the credits. Oh, I guess because Larry Zerner.
You thought just because he was the worst, they were let's put him at the end.
rating, I'm gonna go with, and there's the end of the movie. I'm gonna go with 4.5 bones out of 5. Also, very fun. Just like Kay said, just I could use a little more character development. Make me, I don't need really deep characters in a slasher, but make me care a little. But the stunts were good. Jason was good. I mean, he's a imposing killer. The surprise ending with Mrs. Voorhees is great. The girl going crazy, I didn't see that coming. That was nice. That was a nice touch. The 3D stuff is a lot of fun. So yeah, 4.5 bones out of 5. I'll go with that for Friday the 13th 3. And now I'm gonna get some coffee, and we'll start part 8. So get your copy of part 8 ready.
I made a "we'll be right back" thing. I'm gonna stick up for like just a second. Is that okay?
No, why don't you talk?
Okay. We won't be right back. I'm lying. We will still be here. So the reason that I love Jack Frost so much, just so I have to talk about horror, I'm going to talk about Jack Frost. If you have not ever watched any of the Joe Bob, like drive-in movies with him, The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, you should totally check that out. It's on Shudder.
Or Monster Vision.
Or Monster Vision, which he did prior to Shudder bringing back his show with The Last Drive-In. But I was talking about Last Drive-In, not Monster Vision, because he does Christmas specials every year. And usually he does like 2 or 3 movies that are generally Christmas horror themed. And that is where I discovered Jack Frost. And so if you have a way to view that with him, I would highly recommend it because he adds in all sorts of interesting tidbits and he tells jokes. And Darcy the Mail Girl is there and she's awesome. She's Kinky Horror on X if you want to check her out.
Good pair of New York boobs.
Asa says good pair of New York boobs, but she's not from New York. He's just a strange man. But Jack Frost is written by a playwright who wrote satire, plays in England. It's just fucking hilarious. Like it's terrible. It's a movie about a snowman who comes back to life. Well, actually, he doesn't come back to life. It's about a murderer on his way to be executed, and he gets flushed with this like chemical that changes your molecular structure, so he becomes snow. And then he forms a snowman and goes and exacts revenge on the town of Snowdon, where the sheriff who caught him lives. And when they filmed this movie, there was no snow. It was like an abnormally warm winter. And so they had to bring in all of the snow, most of which is like coconut shavings. So it's terrible and awesome. That's all I'm going to say about it because I don't want to spoil what is a terrible, wonderful movie. That's my favorite Christmas horror movie. Asa, do you have a favorite Christmas horror movie?
Christmas Evil.
He says Christmas Evil. That's definitely in the collection that we watch every year. Although I guess the next holiday we have coming up is Father's Day on Sunday. So I would suggest any of the Stepfather movies. I like Stepfather 1 a lot. Asa, I think, prefers 3. Would you pick Stepfather 3 over all the others? Which is also an
No,
Easter movie.
Stepfather
We watched that at Easter.
I thought you were talking about Christmas.
I know, but then I was talking about what movies are soon, and Father's Day is next. It's on Saturday
Stepfather
or Sunday.
are the Father's Day movies. I would go with
Yeah.
Stepfather 1.
Yeah, Stepfather 1. That's what I said.
1,
too.
2, and 3.
They're all good, but 1 is the best.
1 is the best actual movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Save 3 for Easter, I think.
well,
whether
the
you
first like
celebrate the
15 minutes are Easter. The rest
Yeah.
of it has nothing to do with anything.
Oh yeah, but we save it for Easter.
True.
And then not Friday the 14th. What am I trying to say?
Saturday the 14th?
Nope, I'm trying to say 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
We got
and Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam, yeah. That's our go-to 4th of July horror movie. If you haven't seen that, It's pretty good and slightly terrible also. All right, so Asa is pulling up part 8. We have switched our background to Jason in Manhattan. So spoiler alert, he gets there. Well, I guess that's in the name. He takes Manhattan.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you want to have part 8 ready. You want to have it on triple zeros right now, whether you're watching it on digital or Blu-ray or DVD or whatever you're doing. Have it on triple zeros, and I'll give you just a couple seconds to get that ready. I'll give you a minute or so.
Thoughts on 3 in the chat.
Yeah, put your thoughts on part 3 in the chat. Feel free, and everybody can see what you thought about part 3. Yeah, so part 8 you should have paused at triple zeros. So again, just press, chapter back and then pause it immediately to get it paused at triple zeros. And we're gonna start. So hopefully you got it ready. And if you get off of us, we'll just like in part 3, every so often I'll say we're at 10 minutes in, we're 20 minutes in, blah blah blah. Or you can ask in the chat. Yeah, that's true. If the time gets off, if it gets away from you, you got to pause it or whatever you got to do. Just ask in the chat, and we can tell you the time. But all right, we're gonna start. Friday the 13th, part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. So you should see the Paramount logo. "17, 18, 19, 20 seconds in, 25 seconds in." This is one of the most fun ones to watch, definitely.
Yeah.
About the terror. Oh, I said this one's 2 hours. It's not. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah.
This is back when New York was a little seedier. than
A
it is
lot
today.
seedier.
Yeah.
And it's 1988 or 89. How much British comedy later?
Yeah.
Or do you want to say another movie? British comedy.
Depends on how effective the coffee is.
So for those of you who
Stupid
just
Red
joined us, we're watching Friday the 13th, part 8. We are 1 minute and 59 seconds in. Excuse me.
It's interesting that they have so many Manhattan shots to open the movie when the actual beginning of the movie doesn't take place in Manhattan.
No, it's trying to let you see where they're headed.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the shots of quote unquote Manhattan, though, are Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Did you learn that from the memories?
You mean Crystal Lake Memories?
Yeah.
No, I knew that already somehow. I think IMDb, maybe.
I learned what most of the things I know about the Friday the 13th series from Jay and Matt on Purple Stuff podcast.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
podcast
If
to
you haven't
check
checked them
out.
out, yeah, they're awesome.
Pop culture, horror movies, Christmas music, Halloween music. It's called
They're
the
funny.
Purple Stuff Podcast, available wherever you can get podcasts. Very good, very
The
funny.
Batman, not the Batman. Yeah, the Batman episode isn't on there anymore.
Wow,
They took down a few of their like earlier episodes, including the Batman one. I wonder if it's only on Patreon now.
wow.
That's one of my favorites.
I was trying to figure out how the fuck to sign up for Patreon. It was like a maze. Maybe you can figure it out.
To like join their Patreon?
No, for us to have a Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Listening to WGAT, the electricity of Manhattan. This request has gone all the way out to Crystal Lake, the senior class, Lake. Graduating on May 13th this month. And we wish them the best of luck.
See, I'm looking at us having a Patreon to have some exclusive content to kind of give you behind the scenes. You know how what goes into making our episodes, what our process is, because we don't just show up and turn on the camera. I know it feels that way, but we don't.
Well, for these watch alongs, we do.
Oh, for this we do,
Yeah,
yeah.
this was a
But
turn
for
on
our
camera.
wrestling shows, we don't just show up and turn on the camera.
I wish we could do that. That would
Yeah.
be nice.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So to be clear, they are on Crystal Lake. They are not in New York.
Oh, should we also maybe tell them how part 7 ended?
Part 7 ends with a telekinetic girl named Tina. I think her name's Tina.
I also think her name is Tina.
She ties Jason up with a chain, right?
And a rock.
And a rock, and
Like a
sinks
giant
him
fucking
down to the bottom of Crystal Lake, where he like drowns again or something like that. Anyways,
Yeah.
and he stayed there for a couple years now. But this chain is about to, as he tells the story of Jason.
None of the cast was hurt.
He looks familiar.
You look familiar.
Well, good. I should have been married to me for like ever.
That's it. That's where I know you from.
Yeah.
She tried to kill him, but she got her head chopped off by one of them. Legend has that Jason came back to get about to kill every creature in the area. And every now and then, murders just start up. Susie, they're just stories.
Do you think they picked this name because of the Muppets Take Manhattan?
I never thought about that, but maybe.
That's what I think of every time I hear the title of this one.
Oh, and here comes our boy.
And again, Jason in this one is portrayed by Kane Hodder.
Who is the fan favorite, Jason.
Yes.
He's also the only person to play Jason in more than one film. He played him in 4 films.
All right. Check it out.
And then everyone wanted him to play Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. Ken Kersinger did a fine job, but everyone wanted to see Kane Hodder versus Robert Englund. But I think they wouldn't offer Kane Hodder what he wanted, and so he didn't do it.
I thought it was a height issue.
I
They
think
wanted
it was
them
a
to
money.
be-
I think it was a money issue. They say it was height, but I think it's money.
I say it and I just didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
What's that kid's name?
Who?
The one who I said looks familiar, like his character name.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Aw, Toby the dog's name is Ace.
Mean it.
Should get off of there and watch the movie.
I like learning. What a dickhole, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Got you good, Susie. So I'm a major ass.
You'll never do it again.
They'll never.
So for those of you just joining us watching Friday the 13th part 8, we are 8 minutes and 50 seconds in. And Jason has arrived.
I love how gross he is in this one.
Mm-hmm. He's very wet in this one. He's very moist.
It's pretty relaxed.
Huh?
Until then. I said he's pretty relaxed until then.
Yeah. She left his ass.
Alright, if he's not fast enough to climb out of the window, it's not her fault.
She's a really bad actress.
Yes.
She's terrible.
Yeah, she's pretty awful.
She's awful.
Especially to have be like the person that starts your movie off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you asked a child to pretend they're nervous, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just realized I said I was going to do a costume change then. Totally forgot.
He did nothing.
I did nothing. Well, I've got more food. And you still made me talk to them. So I did that.
She does have a good pair of New York boobs, though.
That girl.
Yeah.
What is a New York pair of boobs from? Where is this coming from?
They're from New York and they got nice boobs.
But I mean, this phrase that you keep saying.
It's from Dave Chappelle.
Oh, wait, you said that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look at Ace.
He goes around with ribbons and a fake mustache and a camera and gives out ribbons to women with nice pairs of New York boobs.
I see.
Yeah.
Stephen King supposedly used it in high school.
What the fuck? How old was Stephen King when he used that pen? That's a pen from like the 1890s.
You have a real gift.
I bet Stephen King used like a ballpoint plastic Bic pen.
He was a weirdo. I bet he didn't.
Plus, he types his stuff, I thought, doesn't he?
Well, by 1989 he did,
Yeah.
I think. But when he was in high school, I'm sure he didn't.
How old is he?
He's
Like,
old.
when was he in high school, you think? Is he like our parents' age?
I think he's like our parents' age. Somewhere around there.
Well, they weren't using those kind of fancy pens.
Oh, Charles.
Colleen, you know this cruise was your idea.
So at the very least, you could show up on time.
That's Dick Dickerson acting like a dick.
Jim Miller and Susie Donaldson never showed up, and I'm more than a little concerned.
Don't be. They probably decided to explore each other rather than New York.
Oh dear.
I'm running 5 minutes late already.
There's someone else coming too.
Is that her emotional support animal?
Apparently.
I can do that with Ripley. Double tap and then she comes and stands by me.
Oh, I thought you meant make her an emotional support animal.
No, she's too spastic to be an emotional support animal.
I'm aware.
That's our dog, Ripley.
She wants to feel
Not named after the wrestler.
Never had a state
But
of mind
after
that she keeps doing me.
Ripley is alien.
I'm her legal guardian, not you or anybody else. And I know what's best for her. End of discussion.
You know what? I think it's just the beginning.
Have you decided on your departure protocol, Admiral?
Actually, I thought I'd leave that honor to my son.
Dad, I don't think that's tested.
Relinquishing command of the motor vessel Lazarus, Captain Sean Roberts.
Why would you name something Lazarus?
Mm,
Isn't that the name of the ship in Event Horizon also?
yes.
Like, that's not a good story.
Of course, it's a good story. Someone comes back from the dead.
Wait, who am I thinking of?
I don't know. That's the guy that Jesus brings back from the dead.
That's not what I'm thinking of at all.
You decided on a plan of departure, Captain.
Icarus.
Hmm.
I was thinking Icarus. I take it back. Well, it makes sense in this case then. I guess it ended in the Event Horizon case.
Mm.
Start up the engines and come around 180 degrees.
You forgetting something, mister? Send out the International Maritime Signal, followed by a security broadcast warning other ships that we are underway.
Overbearing ship captain father, tale as old as time.
I was just thinking that.
Oh my god.
Perfect for a Father's Day weekend. A father disappointed in their child.
This boy just yeah, tell me about it.
3 doesn't really have a Ralph character, does it?
Yeah, the guy who goes, I have warned ye.
Oh, with the
With
eyeball.
the eyeball.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, there's always some harbinger of doom. 1 and 2, it's Ralph. If it gets filled into. So this is their senior trip,
Mm-hmm.
like going to grad night at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very large ship on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of TARDIS-like, you know?
Tortoise like?
TARDIS,
Oh.
the guy on the inside, you know? Wait, are there fucking mountains in New Jersey?
Apparently.
Ready?
Are there really?
I don't know. There are New York, of course, you know. That's where Rip Van Winkle goes and falls asleep.
I thought he does that in North Carolina.
No, that takes place in the Hudson Valley.
Oh. Oh, we're just called the Rip Van Winkle State.
It's a dumb little thing anyway.
Because we're slow and backwards, you know?
So
What a strange gift.
mhm.
See, I thought when we got there, maybe we could hike to the top of the statue.
You could get me a Statue of Liberty necklace.
I know I could, but I know you love the Statue of Liberty. She does not appear to love the Statue of Liberty. He used to call it his lady when he was a child.
Your father was looking for
I like it. It's funny to me.
I guess I'll see you later.
She might have my favorite hair in the Friday the 13th franchise.
I'm sorry, Uncle Charles. Please
It's
don't
so like
accept-
wild looking, you know, like barely contained.
Mhm.
concern.
Like Darlene on Roseanne.
Yeah. Okay, as a guitar player, is she playing the notes that are being played? No.
Is this off or what?
It did not look like she was. I know nothing about guitar except I know those notes that she's playing aren't matching up with her fingers.
It's really came through.
Hey, I hear there's this big power room downstairs. You can get supreme concert hall echo. So come on down and shoot a basement tape on me, okay?
Yeah, and I gotta get some documentary footage first.
Don't tell me you're still trying to scam on Tamra. How long have we known each other?
He looks like a younger version of that dude from Criminal Minds, you
Not
know?
interested in you. All I can do
Oh, he does.
She is a user.
Spencer Reed, I think his name is.
So what? So this guitar.
Character name anyway.
I'll talk to you later, alright?
When do you think crimped hair is going to come back? It's gotta be soon, right? Fanny packs are back. Mm-mm.
Big storm.
I like how the first foot they show you, it's like, okay, maybe that's just a guy with white shoes, and then they show you the second leg and it's like all torn up, you know?
Mm.
You're like, no, wait, that's Jason.
If Miss Van Dusen knew how afraid you were,
She didn't push me into this.
why are you doing this to yourself?
I don't even know what I'm afraid of. Uncle Charles. I can't even remember when it started. Don't you think it's time I found out and got over it?
Facing your fear is stronger.
I'm staying. Man, this place is taken for a video. Wayne, you're an asshole.
It's not very nice. Which music do you like better? Her music or the dancer in part 5? The like robot dancer girl.
Well, that's in part 5.
Or part 6. I think it's 6.
When they're having sex.
No, with the wait, maybe that's not part 6. Crispin Glover, what part is that?
That's part 4.
Part 4.
The dancing robot in part 5.
That's the music
Bam.
you like best?
Yes.
I'm going with Crispin Glover's music. Because like you can't hear that without picturing him doing that dance, you know?
Mm,
Makes it flawless.
I don't know. Maybe Crispin Glover.
If you haven't seen part 4, just Google Crispin Glover dance. Friday the 13th part 4. It's worth it. It is insane.
True.
So in an episode of Columbo, they say that portholes are just for decoration and that they don't open. Is that just on that specific Colombo ship, or is that true of all portholes?
I don't know. Are you asking me like I know?
My dad used to be a boatman.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. See, animal getting spooked.
Mhm.
That's why you should surround yourself with animals at all times. In case something supernatural is going to happen around you, they can warn you.
See, Jason's a ghost.
He's imagining that.
No, he's materializing in a different form.
In a form that he is not in ever again.
No, that's not true.
What other movie does he show up like that?
I'm not going to say.
Sorry for the barking. Ripley's like 50% German Shepherd, so she's very protective. The woman on the left is also in the X-Men movies. But just the first X-Men she's in, do you remember?
The what?
The girl on the left that's in the X-Men movies.
Is she?
Yeah. She's on the, I don't want to spoil it for something from X-Men was long enough ago I can say something.
Yeah, that's over 20 years ago.
It's killed with the adamantium like getting injected into her and it comes out her
I
eye.
think she's just in part 2.
Okay. I couldn't remember what part that was.
He starts recreation.
So, for those of you just joining us, watching Friday the 13th, part 8, and we are 25 minutes and 47 seconds in.
And don't worry, you only missed like 2 kills so far. There's more yet to come.
No, 3.
3.
The 2 people on the boat before it left, and
Yeah.
the guitar player.
Oh, okay. I missed that somehow.
Jesus. Have you guys seen my dog? I think.
Does this movie make you scared to ever go on a riverboat cruise?
Or a cruise, just in general.
Yeah.
Yes,
Scared enough where you'll never go on one?
possibly.
Interesting. So you don't fly, and you won't take a cruise ship somewhere.
I may not take a cruise ship somewhere.
I see. So traveling is just mostly out.
Possibly.
Interesting.
How many coming around your state? make sure that you believe. Classmates.
Mm-mm.
Does this movie make you scared to go in a sauna ever again?
A little.
In case Ghost Jason shows up?
Hmm?
Is that in case Ghost Jason shows up?
Hmm. No, I would go in a sauna.
In Asheville, they have this place that had like hot tubs and then it had saunas and then it had a cold plunge. And you would like go like in a loop kind of through them.
Mm.
It was awesome.
Hey, listen, no hard feelings. Civic track on this bit.
At the Y, there's a hot tub, and some of the old men will go in it just naked
Oh, it's not by the pool, it's like in the men's locker
in
room.
the men's locker room. Yes. Oh my God, the rock through the stomach.
Are they supposed to go in it naked?
They do.
Or there's not like a swimsuit required sign?
I don't know. They go in it naked.
I was gonna say it seems unsanitary, but I guess it's not unsanitary because like you're getting wet all the way no matter what.
Yeah, true.
It's creepy.
See a lot of man dicks, a lot of old man dicks at the Y.
Wait, does that mean the women's locker room has a hot tub in it?
I don't know anything about the women's locker room.
I will investigate.
Oh my God,
Why the fuck is there not a railing?
that's frightening.
I guess there's a railing, just not in that like one part.
Yeah, that's frightening. Oh my God. That's frightening too.
Was he deformed in the other one?
Yeah.
When he shut up? Oh, I just didn't see it.
I believe so. It's-
I guess Twitch's video is taking a long time.
Yeah.
Her hair is terrible. He dove in and saved her?
Mm-hmm.
That's very gentlemanly.
Yeah, did you not see it?
Yeah.
Oh. So for those of you just joining us watching Friday the 13th, Part 8, we are 32 minutes and 24 seconds in.
See that? You've done a wonderful job of supervising the kids. What the hell happened here? It looks jobs. Stay away. What's up? Well done.
And then watch Keeping Up Appearances.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. This is pretty scary, you know?
Yeah?
I think so.
You find that frightening?
I find that frightening. Blood out of the faucet and a little ghost boy choking you? Yeah, I find that frightening.
I think it's pretty neat, the effect of like the going through the mirror with all the steam, you know? Or like directional fog.
Too nice. That's for champagne.
Where did you get this?
Oh, I backed it. Just for us.
Well, that's it. You're not stepping off the ship until we return.
Hasn't even shown me what I wish you got you.
Mm-mm.
Hey. What do you think you're doing? I mean, I just stop that.
I would give her an F.
Yeah, that's not very good.
No, it's terrible.
I want to make sure I have labor. All my organs correct.
She only has like 2 organs. And she's giving herself 3 ribs. F. Science teacher says F.
Now, you don't know what the requirements were, to be fair.
Draw a cartoon heart. Identify 3 bones.
Maybe.
What do you think?
She's a senior in high school. And she's in like the super remedial class. Like, what is that? Is that supposed to be her esophagus?
Personally,
Maybe she's in this class just called science.
I don't think they have that class anymore.
what is going on here?
Got anything good?
There you go. Give me that tape. Give it to me.
Okay.
You're going to be very, very sorry. And as for you, you can forget about attending any film school.
Relax. It's not gonna risk trying a thing.
Listen, this is gonna sound extremely late, but I've had the major hospital since first.
That's so sweet, Wade. And I really would love to stay and chat. I really like this time. So, you must be sure to get together later.
I just thought.
Mm-hmm.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, because he waited till she was in a room by herself with him, wearing a bathrobe and pretty much nothing else to tell her that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good call. I hadn't really considered that.
Had to get the stink of her teacher off of her.
He didn't touch her.
He was kissing on her.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. She had to get his boner juice off of her.
Gross.
Yeah. Goes through your pants, you know. Especially thin pants like he was wearing.
Anyway,
Boner juice.
back to Jason.
That was the original subtitle for this one.
Jason gets some boner juice.
No, Friday the 13th, Part 8. Boner juice.
God.
Oh my Jesus.
That's scary.
Oh, dear.
That's a jump scare that kind of got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all the way, but I normally don't jump at jump scares, and Asa normally jumps so much that he like shrieks, and he makes me jump.
I don't shriek.
You shriek,
Shrieking is not the right word. I
exclaim.
go, ugh! I exclaim. I go, ugh! I'm like,
One
Jesus
time he
Christ.
jumped so hard that he punched me in the face because I was sitting next to him on the couch. What were we watching? That might have been Sinister, actually.
Might have been Sinister.
That was fine, but
Yeah.
it was fine.
Jason got her.
Let's kick in the stabilizer, Mr. Carlson.
Doesn't that guy kind of look like Andy when he's in the Barbara Fleet Street musical? Sweeney Todd,
Ooh, which one?
the guy in the back. There's like ensign or whoever that is.
I don't
First
know. I
grade.
couldn't see him.
Oh,
How old's your boy now, Carlson?
19 months.
from far.
I'm this age.
No.
Take some advice.
Asa,
Don't push it too hard.
are you staring at the dog?
Mm-hmm.
Take the helm, would you?
Look at him from like that distance. He totally looks like Andy from Sweeney Todd.
Mm-mm.
No, the distance from before when you were staring at the dog. Distance. Statement I stated.
I don't think there's a mistake. Oh, oh my God.
Uh-oh. What a predicament. Who's gonna sail the ship now? I guess I'll be right back, y'all. He just wants to go let the dog out. And get some more Cinnamon Toast Crunch because he is addicted to Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Because it's delicious.
Yeah.
That's sad.
She's supposed to be jamming down the passage.
This is.
Mayday! 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 This is the motor. That's old Lazarus. Oh, what's going on? Anybody out there hear me?
Mm-mm.
Hello? Hello? Are you there?
Then you know what it's going on.
Yeah. You're all gonna die.
What a charming man.
What the hell are you talking about? Jason Voorhees. We're insane. Jason Voorhees has been dead for years. Maybe the algorithms are California. He walks this ship here and now. Yes, a killer walks this ship, all right. And it's certainly one of us. What are you doing? Everyone is insane.
They didn't call him insane.
Mhm.
They didn't call him insane.
Since he came aboard. And it's no coincidence.
Doesn't prove that he's the one.
Walking corpses are not real. Yeah? Well, these dead bodies. All right? And I say regroup and let's go find this motherfucker before he finds us, huh?
Who's your? Well, I guess we'll have to discuss it at the end. Never mind.
No such thing. I'm in charge here. School. Okay. Who's there?
That's why we take our school trip in the middle of the year. What is Rennie short for?
I don't know.
Renfield?
No.
I was joking. Reneka?
Reneka?
Yeah. Okay, what name starts R-E-N? It's a
Maybe
great name.
it's just Rennie. Maybe that's just her name.
Oh, I thought a Remy.
No.
No, I didn't teach her Remy. I did.
Remy?
Yeah.
This is Rennie.
I know, I'm just saying. It's a weird name.
Was you French?
It was a girl. She was American.
Well, that's weird.
I like it. Thanks, sir.
Hey, worried to death.
It's not that we needed to drop the anchors.
I'm the one you should be listening to. Do you think dropping an anchor in the middle of a storm makes any sense whatsoever?
Does it?
I mean, when you don't have someone to sail the ship through the storm, I would think
Yeah.
maybe. But also,
Say ectoplasm.
is that not water?
Ectoplasm.
Oh
Say
my
it.
gosh, it's ectoplasmic goo.
I told you.
Okay, I believe you. Is that Jason juice?
Jason Juice. A lot of juices involved with this movie. This is where he teleports.
This is like the smallest fucking high school I've ever seen. Their senior class has like 20 people in it. My senior class had like 820 people in it. I think it was 850 maybe. And only 820 graduated, possibly.
See, teleporting.
Or is she disoriented and on drugs?
He's teleporting.
I believe you.
Teleporting. Super strength. Different manifestations. Ectoplasmic goo. He's a ghost.
You don't know he has super strength. Maybe she's really weak. Oh, he did punch through a door, though, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give that to you. Her shoes are cute. I like the double strap.
Mm.
Are you a little sad that there was no one beaten to death with that disco ball?
Yeah.
Me too. It's like right there, you know?
Mhm.
What are you taking, Julius?
It's dramatic.
Mhm.
How are they all not puking? Did you see how much that ship is rocking?
Mhm. I mean, you know what they say, when the ship is a rocking, you best do some docking.
Is that what they say? I guess that kind of makes sense.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Oh. It's like time to take a Dramamine when that's happening.
That doesn't rhyme though.
True.
Got a major problem, right?
He lost his glasses
Mm-hmm.
in the steam.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, can't see the damn thing.
Horror movies love it when people lose their glasses.
Oh.
He just shot someone
Mm-hmm.
without being able to see who it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you don't let people who have glasses own guns.
Really? I got guns. You got
No, I was joking.
oh.
Yeah, we have guns. That's fine.
Who is that guy?
That's one of the students, isn't it? Or no, that's the handyman.
Is it?
The one that like she was making eyes with.
Oh.
Yeah, not the crazy handyman, the other one. Can't believe I missed her death. It's one of my favorites in this movie.
It's one of the first things I think of when I think about this
I know
movie.
too, yeah. My God, his crotch light's on fire first.
Yep.
That's gotta suck. I have no kind of fire control on the boat.
Locked safely in a room.
No more boner juice for him.
Shit.
He's doing the best he can.
Son of a captain, for Christ's sakes. You ought to be able to operate this thing. Well, do something.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Work. Back on course. Good. What's that? A fire alarm.
Oh shit.
So does Jason like have access to a television or something? Like he knows what a fire alarm is?
Needs to see it. I gotta find that.
Good
A lot of
question.
questions about Jason.
He was imparted with that knowledge by the lake spirits.
Oh, I see.
Setting off a fire alarm. Call this back. The same kind of panic caused by suggesting that Jason Voorhees is alive and aboard this ship. Enough is enough.
What does he have? It was an axe. I was just holding a stick. Teleported.
Mm-hmm.
I like those lights. They're like different shaped bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe they locked her in a room.
Keep her safe.
Do you think he's the biggest asshole in all of the movies?
I don't know. Jason's a serial killer.
But not him.
Ghost boy. Ghost man.
Jason was showing me how to open portholes.
Uh-huh. I don't know. Jason's kind of an asshole.
I wasn't counting Jason. I was counting the humans.
No. Dr. Cruz in part 7, he's an asshole.
Yes. I would put this guy first, though, I think.
Well, this guy at least means well.
Does he?
I think he does.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Cruz is just. Oh, there goes a precious gift of Stephen King's pen. That is a ridiculous pen for someone to have in high school.
I want you to stay here until I get back with you. Stay together.
Whoever you are.
Random children. Endless pool of victims for Jason. So I just leave all this food out?
Apparently.
Like, there's no crew, so they weren't going to be dining on the ship.
It was dinner time and they just skipped dinner. Because of, the murder.
There's no kitchen staff.
Uh-huh.
I like to have my questions answered. He has a flare gun.
I think so.
It's an old school flare gun. It looks like a blunderbuss, you know?
Uh-huh.
Car's got 80 inches.
Shit.
Hmm.
What the heck? There's a foot on the ship. It's all your fault.
This is Jason's fault.
Not another word about Jason, you hear me?
No, I don't. This time you listen to me. If you want off the ship alive.
Thank God. I just look like
You have to go.
There's only one?
I guess.
There is no more restaurant.
One?
I don't know.
Is that where the water came from?
I guess. Yeah, I guess they all drowned to death.
You're back.
Which? They didn't take the axe.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Man, this ship's having all sorts of problems. Struck by lightning, explosions, flooding.
Jason.
Oh yeah, Jason. I meant the ship itself, but I guess it could be construed as a problem. It's a pretty action-packed movie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of lulls in this one.
Uh-uh.
More like the dog game.
Sheila, let us know in the comments how you're enjoying Jason Takes Manhattan. Julius still alive. We are at 1 hour, 1 minute, 21 seconds.
You got a bowl of that?
For macaroni or for?
No, for sure.
Yeah, you can take this one in there.
Okay.
I'll make
Are you done with that?
No.
No, you're not done with it?
Like yours.
Pretty desperate situation for our heroes. Put yourself back on if you don't mind. Statue of Liberty.
Your lady.
Mm-hmm. New York City.
With me. Make it big.
Surprised they paid for the rights to that song. How they get the dog up the ladder? Like a swaddle.
Probably just push its butt up, it can go.
Dogs can go up ladders if you push their butt.
Think so. Bet so. I bet it would. Mhm.
Good shit here, huh? Got that, right?
Street toughs.
That's man, be a hero. Oh, you got a problem, Dad? Princess?
Dude, if someone tried to shoot my fucking dog, I would like Rick Grimes them where I just like bite out their jugular and spit it on the ground.
I would pull their eyeballs out with my bare hands.
It would make more sense to push them in.
I would pull them out with my bare hands.
100%. That's Christopher.
No, it wasn't.
It might have been. It looked like him for like 2 seconds.
Find the police. Well, I think we'll be split up, okay? No discussion now, please.
Make it warmer in here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Freezing.
Around 75.
Please, don't hurt me.
Stop, baby. Way better if you're stoned.
I don't know what drug he's doing that's neon green. It's like
Glenn has a giant air bubble in it.
it's like ooze from Turtles too.
I'm going here. Short for me. It's your choice. Baby, get back into it.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, went straight through him?
Yep.
Ah! Awesome.
Who the fuck are you? You're dead, fuck.
Where Jason makes a face turn,
A brief face turn.
a brief face turn.
So we should presume that Crystal Lake is connected. To a
Yeah,
river.
estuary.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. So Jason didn't want to kill Rennie because she's the one he's been contacting as Ghost Boy Jason. It's conscious.
Really use a lot of your imagination to connect things in this movie. Huh?
No, it's conscious. He's been transforming into Ghost Boy Jason to contact her.
This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. Look how terrible that guy's stance is. Is he a boxer at the school?
Yeah, remember we saw there was a boxing scene earlier. in the
Yeah,
movie,
that's what I
right?
thought. Why are like his legs are spread out completely? That's not what they normally do they?
No. Jason employing the old rope-a-dope maneuver of Muhammad Ali.
I was just thinking that.
Julius has tired himself out here. He's on spaghetti legs. Not smart. He's lost his head.
And then you get the head view.
Yeah,
So good.
it's pretty great.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
Pretty great. Rennie's on whatever neon green drug he gave her.
It was more like highlighter yellow.
Yeah.
Neon green, that's like Reanimator. Remember that awesome syringe you had from like the Halloween store and you put a glow stick in it?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. My bullet puppets. Are you all right? Running. McCullough, Jason is here in New York. When you saw him. Just shut up about Jason, would you?
Is it true?
Tell tale indeed. You see what I don't expose, I'm inclined to believe at least some of what you say. First order of business is to find Julie.
Supposed to be Irish?
Canadian.
Oh.
Maybe he's supposed to be Irish, but he's Canadian, I believe. Oh my God.
I didn't mean to leave that there.
Teleported.
Do you think that was the drugs?
That's possible. But no.
Okay. You think instead it's a mystical manifestation of Jason trying to reach out to her from his childhood?
Correct. It's already been happening before the drugs, so.
Wait, was the other woman in that car?
I
And she
believe
didn't
so.
get out?
No. Yeah, I think it's down to just those three.
And he killed her. It's a nice transition to the past.
So what are you today?
You know, young lady, you coming down every summer for the last 3 years. I haven't learned how to swim. I think time is you don't want to end up drowning like that. Or you never learned how to swim. Still in the bottom of his plane.
He is not.
Cool down.
You're telling a lie.
Let's find out.
Sorry, Manswell?
Means well, people act like this shit was so out of place, but people would do that all the time to their kids.
That's how my mom learned not how to swim.
Like throw them into the water and
Yeah,
shit.
my mom is terrified of the water. She won't go in like above her like waist. Or out of the shallow end at least. She won't like put her face under it. Did they just think that humans had like the innate ability to know how to swim? So you just threw them in?
Yeah.
And they'd figure it out or die?
Correct.
And they liked those two choices?
Yeah.
Hmm.
push me into.
I'm so trying to teach you.
You won't. I'm drowning.
I think the idea is the kid would figure out how to swim, or you would save them. You would save them before they started drowning.
Mm-hmm. Just apparently not everyone has the same concept of what equals drowning.
Away from her.
Yeah, it's not how I learned to swim, but to each their own.
No, not to each their own. It's gonna fuck up your kid.
To each their own.
Really, it made her scared of the water. It made my mom scared of the water.
Not real.
Those are 2 people I know that learned how to swim that way.
Well, she's not real.
It's not possible.
Teleporting Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the dead rat. Ugh.
That's a rough way to go.
Drowning in like sewer sludge,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And then there were 2. And a dog?
And the dog.
Where's the dog?
I don't know. Not you. Not you.
Hmm?
I'm talking to the dog.
Oh,
Not you, baby.
sorry, Ripley. I know where you are.
Get away from that.
Seems like everybody I care about. I don't know.
That's sad.
Get away from that.
Was you going after your milk?
Little.
Mm-hmm. She loves milk. She was really trying not to laugh there for a second.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get away from it.
There's a milk hound.
Get away from it. Get away from it.
Quayton lives.
Quanto.
No, it has an N at the end.
I know. Jason qualifies for the most polite person on the subway.
He just shoves that girl.
Yeah, but only like one seat. And he didn't even call her a name, so that's not that bad.
But look at the rest of the people on that subway. No one's doing anything bad.
Hmm?
So, electricity brought him back to life,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't reverse that process, or it could.
What do you mean, reverse the process? You mean kill him?
Yeah.
It could, or he could be faking them out.
Mhm. Or would it make him even stronger, like double
possible.
Jason power?
That's possible.
Batman '89. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it was like, I think it's even in our picture. Oh, you can't see it in this version. It's under the Coke sign. In
Oh,
Times Square.
missed it.
Mhm.
Mm.
It looks like he's made out of coral.
You think so?
Yeah, like a skeletal reef. Yes. You don't think so?
A skeletal reef? I don't know about that.
Like when the reef's like dying.
Mm.
Well, like the coral reef, they build on top of each other's skeletons.
I don't know. Get it.
Jason briefly breaks the fourth wall. Is that what just happened?
Just call the police. There's paper on him back. Let's go.
Look, you don't understand. There is a maniac trying to kill us.
Welcome to New York.
Do you think he spared her because he liked her earrings?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Mm. That's the key to escaping Jason. They're going into the sewers
Mm-hmm.
looking for the turtles.
Maybe.
They know that Splinter will protect them, if nothing else.
There's a chance.
We just watched that movie the other day. Asa got it in Stinko Vision, where it comes with like this card, and a pizza with a number on it will pop up on the screen at random times, and you scratch and sniff that number. There's like a sewer smell, a pizza smell, obviously.
Marijuana.
Marijuana, incense. What else was there?
Fire.
Yeah, fire.
Garbage.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 others.
Which smelled different than sewer, which I was pretty impressed with. That smelled terrible. Sewer, like, once you smell that, it was like in your brain forever. You could like taste it. Ugh.
Should get it. Show people what you're talking about.
Telling kids going down. Let's get out of here. Sure can. We'll live that up there.
Oh, we should watch the making of, which that's why I left it out.
Every night at midnight. Less than 10 minutes from now. On 12.
So yeah, this is it.
Yeah, I can see it. So yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Stinko Vision. No, it's kind of rare. Which is why I had to get it. I haven't been buying movies lately, but I had to get this. But yeah, there's the card, which shows you the different. A number comes up on the screen, as Kay said, and those are the different scents. There's 9 scents. What is there? There's sewer, pizza, incense, radioactive ooze, marijuana, bubblegum. This says love salve. So I don't know, lube, I guess. A fire and trash. And there's your card. And so
What's
you
it?
scratch and sniff it.
Foot Clan Dojo, you left that one off.
Yeah, that was the bubble gum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the number 1 movie to employ this was Polyester by John Waters. And then movies like Rugrats, one of those, or Rugrats in Paris, one of their movies copied it. And now the Turtles have Stinko Vision, their own version of it.
In John Waters, it's called Smell-O-Vision, right?
I think so. Odorama.
Odorama, you're right.
Odorama.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, she threw the acid on him.
And Jason melting. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I said that. Forgot.
Jason's face melting off. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you from such a key part.
That's okay. You had finished in then. What happened to him? That I
Yeah.
missed. Did he
Did
get...
Jason like punch him or hit him down
Oh,
or something?
I guess that would make sense.
So Jason trying to get them, and here comes the gray water, the sewer water, as Jason vomits water and is speaking as a child.
But without his mouth.
His mouth was moving.
Yeah, because the water was coming out of it. You think he said mommy at the same time?
So the whole point of all this was so Jason could get to the gray water in New York. The radioactive sewer water, as you have to imagine, it's radioactive in New York. It has to be the filthiest. Oh my god. And he growls and turns back to a child, back into a child's corpse, thus being freed from his ghostly trap on Earth, you see?
Until 9.
Until 9, which acts like this ending never happened. But that's what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
This is very much a ghost story.
Yeah, but do ghosts turn into their younger dead bodies?
This one does. And there he looked alive. He was moving.
Yeah, it was breathing.
So they just left him down there.
Fuck Jason. That's what they said.
Yeah.
What do you think? They were gonna like adopt him?
22 stories tall.
You want this? It was in some sewer water, but I'm sure it's clean now.
They're in love now. Shared trauma. That's how you get real love, folks.
How did we get it? We don't have shared trauma.
No.
That's Ace.
Toby, you gotta assume, is perhaps named after Toby Hooper, who directed Poltergeist and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2.
Oh, I didn't realize he did Poltergeist. I know him from Texas Chainsaw.
I love this song.
Yeah?
Yes. Well, folks, thank you for joining us for Friday the 13th, parts 3 and 8.
Yeah, for real.
We really enjoyed it. We hope you did. Kay, what was the best part, the worst part of part 8, and what is your overall rating of part 8?
I really like when that guy gets his head punched off by Jason.
Yeah.
Especially when they switch to the view of his severed head, like what that would be seeing if it could see as it's spinning.
Mm-hmm.
Worst part is like the creepy principal blonde girl scene. And then what was it? Oh,
right.
overall, right? What?
I think the thing just happened where no one can hear me. No one can hear us. What do I go back?
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second. Asa broke something.
Oh, wait. How do I go back in now? The room's not there.
Go back and click the thing you sent me next.
Oh, goddamn.
Sorry, technical difficulties. But my rating out of 5 is 5 bones. 5 bones out of 5. I think this movie is pretty perfect. I mean, obviously there's things throughout the movie that I was like, that doesn't make sense, but I'm totally fine with all of those things.
You turned your mic up.
Yeah, turn that on. Whoop.
There we go. So 5 bones out of 5 for
5
me.
bones out of 5.
My favorite part is when Julius gets decapitated by Jason, definitely, and you see his decapo vision.
Mm-hmm.
Least favorite part is when the guy gets it, when the teacher gets his boner juice on the young lady. I agree. That's the creepiest part, my least favorite part. And I'm going to give it 5 bones out of 5 also. We agree on everything on that one.
That is not usual for those of you that are new to us.
No. 5
Very rare.
bones.
Huh.
Great movie. A lot of fun. Good ghost story. Not a dull moment.
It's true.
There's attempted rapes, and there's murders, and there's toxic sludge, and there's drug use, and there's decapitations, and stones through hearts, and boat hijackings, and ghost stories, and flashbacks, and holy fuck, if that's not enough to entertain you, I don't know what to tell you, you know? You're dead. If that's not enough to entertain you, you are a dead person. But that's it, folks, for us for tonight. We will see you Monday, 7:55. We are watching WCW Monday Nitro, the first one of the Vince Russo era. We will put up a schedule for you very soon, today or tomorrow. We'll be back Wednesday night at 6 for AEW Weekly and 7:55 for the AEW what's it called, Grand Slam Mexico
Oh, that's right.
show. Then Thursday night at 6:50, 650 WWF King of the Ring 1994, and Saturday night at 7:55 AEW Collision watch along. So big
Mhm.
week next week. A lot of stuff happening.
And if you're not a wrestling person and you're just into horror, we do this every Friday the 13th. I think we're going to keep that tradition alive until we run out of Jason movies, which hopefully will never happen.
Well, it definitely will happen at some point.
Well, no, because if the TV show comes out, we can do the TV show.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Anyway, so go ahead and subscribe so that way when Friday the 13th rolls around, we'll pop up and you can join us for the next show.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this, we've done it before. We did Friday the 13th parts 4 and 5. We did Santa's Sleigh, which is a comedy horror starring Goldberg as an evil Santa. We did, what else did we do?
Movies?
Yeah, did we do Jack Frost? No.
No, we were talking about doing that this year.
Anyways, those are the
Yeah.
movies we've done. There might be one or two others in there, but
And we talked about doing They Live. I think that'll probably be
Yeah.
the next one we do.
that will be the next movie we do is
That
They
crosses
Live.
the horror wrestling barrier, you know?
Rowdy Roddy Piper plays a man with magic sunglasses that allow him to see an alien race living amongst us on Earth. Very good movie, directed by John Carpenter, who directed Halloween and The Thing and Vampires and a bunch of stuff. But anyways, so yeah, folks, thanks for watching. Be good to each other, be good to yourselves, use your turn signals, and we will see you Monday night, 7:55 for Vince Russo's first WCW Monday Nitro. It's gonna be wild.
Bye.
Bye.